These are tonight's top stories. Fourth case of Zika virus confirmed in the Federation. UWI Open Campus hosts ceremony for presentation of graduates 2016. And PS in Ministry of Education pays a courtesy visit to Nevis. The details on these stories and more when we come back.
Hey, what you doing? The time passing. Next thing you know, it's a Christmas event and there's hustle and bustle and fretting. Every year can't be the same thing. At Courts, everything waiting. The best deals, the best prices. Christmas this year give you niceness. Come to Courts, you're invited. Let's go! Down to Courts, you know we've got the best in show. To be satisfied, come on, let's go. Down to Courts, that's where it's going down. Let's go, 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 let's go.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 Evening Newscast. I am Shaira Flanders. The Ministry of Health on Nevis has confirmed the first laboratory-tested case of the Zika virus on the island. According to a statement from the ministry, the serum sample was sent to the Caribbean Public Health Agency or CAFA from the Alexandra Hospital in late August for testing and returned positive for Zika. This result is the first confirmed case for the island of Nevis. The ministry has notified the individual of their results. This brings to 4 the number of confirmed Zika cases within the Federation. However, the number of suspected cases on Nevis, that is, persons showing symptoms suggestive of Zika virus disease, has risen to 57. The health ministry is urging the general public not to panic, stating that Zika is a mild illness and 80% of persons affected don't show any symptoms. These can include a fever, rash, body aches and pains. The statement urges everyone to take precautions against contracting the disease by wearing long-sleeved clothing when outdoors, using mosquito repellent, and since it is also transmitted sexually, persons are urged to also use safe sexual practices. The health department also plans to take steps to eradicate the virus-carrying mosquito by increasing enforcement and education, fogging and overtrapping. Residents are also urged to remove any containers that may catch water and provide a breeding ground for the mosquito. Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris paid a courtesy visit to His Excellency Stanley Cow, representative of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Representative Office, or TECRO, to the United States on Thursday, October 6th. The visit in Washington, D.C. came ahead of the National Day of the Republic of China, Taiwan, which is known as Double 10 Day on October 10th. Representative Cow and Prime Minister Harris reflected on their country's long-held alliance, which was established in September 1983, right after St. Kitts and Nevis attained independence from Britain. They also discussed Dr. Harris's recent trip to Taiwan, along with a delegation, to attend the inauguration of Taiwan's first female president, Tsai Ing-wen. Her Excellency Dr. Thelma Philip Brown, St. Kitts and Nevis's ambassador to the United States of America, accompanied Prime Minister Harris to the meeting and said that, quote, the Taiwanese ambassador thanked the Honorable Prime Minister for being a strong supporter in the international arena as Taiwan seeks to continue to position itself as an important and responsible stakeholder on the world stage and to give back to the global community. On Wednesday at the Twin Oaks Estate in D.C., Representatives Stanley Cow delivered remarks at the celebration ceremony of the 105th National Day of the Republic of China, Taiwan. The ceremony was held under the auspices of Taiwan's representative office in the U.S. This year is the 105th celebration of National Day for the Republic of China, Taiwan. The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, or ECCB, in collaboration with its Financial Information Month, or FIM partners, hosted the 6th FIM Business Symposium and Innovation Forum on Thursday at the ECCB headquarters. Creative Director and Publisher of Caribbean Bride and keynote speaker Dave Cox discussed the policies needed to support the rise of the creative industry in the OECS. He said the field of performing arts should be greatly promoted.
The OECS is set to be a hub in the Caribbean for the creative industries. There's a wealth of talent in the region that needs to be harnessed and cultivated. Through bold initiatives, you can initiate the change to make these industries a greater contributor to the economies of the OECS. Music, dance, entertainment, these are all things that are constantly changing. It is so important that we, as a culture, as a Caribbean, promote these as much as possible to the next generation.
During his address, President of the St. Kitts Nevis Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Jose Rosa, who was also a keynote speaker, focused on the strategies and the tools required to improving the OECS business climate.
Education, transportation, crime, energy is all access to financial resources, implementation of trade agreements. It is important to note that the OECS countries are prepared to take action that will improve their business and investment climate. The private sector is positioned to continue to work with the governments for the overall economic benefits of the region.
The FIM 2016 Business Symposium and Innovation Forum was also held via video conference with participants joining from the 8 countries of the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. The regional gathering of policymakers, business and academic leaders from across the region provides delegates with insights into strategies to strengthen and grow the OECS economy. After the break, a permanent secretary in education visits Nevis and UWI Open Campus hosts a ceremony for presentation of Graduates 2016. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Mr. Vincent Hodge, paid a courtesy call to the Ministry of Education in Nevis on Tuesday to familiarize himself with teachers, students, and other ministry officials. Chief Education Planner for the Federation, Dr. Neva Pemberton, told participants in the meeting with Mr. Hodge that the Permanent Secretary had come in the spirit of cooperation to strengthen the collaboration between the Ministries of Education in the 2 islands. He therefore sought to get a better understanding of how the system of education in the Federation works by gleaning from Nevis's successes and challenges. Education Officer Mrs. Palsy Wilkin welcomed early childhood supervisors as well as primary and secondary school principals to the session, where they were given the opportunity to share some of their concerns and ideas for the future of education in St. Kitts and Nevis. The Permanent Secretary, in sharing with the teachers, highlighted his passion with regard to seeing more males involved in teaching, as well as the need for educators to be solidly trained in order to function well as teachers. Mr. Hodge, who has mentioned his passion for teaching, congratulated teachers for the quality of students that the Federation produces, as he compared the students at the grade 6 level in the United States to those who he has met in his visits to schools locally. I want to thank you for all that you do for the nation's children and to say to you that we have to continue to put students first, said the Permanent Secretary as he saluted meeting attendees. Mr. Hodge visited the Charlestown Primary and Gingerland Secondary Schools as part of his Nevis visit. And more in education, the University of the West Indies, or UWI, Open Campus in St. Kitts held its ceremony for the presentation of graduates on Saturday at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort. The program began at 10 a.m. with an academic procession made up of graduates of the university, members of the UWI Alumni Association, St. Kitts and Nevis chapter members of the academic and senior administrative staff, members of Senate, members of the university and campus councils, and academic directors and deans. The procession was followed by the arrival of the Governor General, His Excellency Sir S.W. Tapley Seaton, GCMG, CVO QC JP. Chancellor George A. Aileen, during his message to the graduating class, wished them well and encouraged them to remain supportive of their university.
As a university, we are an academic society of undergraduates, bachelors, masters, and doctors, and we follow the academic tradition in the pursuit of knowledge and the encouragement of learning, purposes which are laid down in the preamble to the Royal Charter, by which we have been granted the powers needful for the prosecution of our affairs. In pursuing these aims, our members advance from time to a higher standing in the academic community, and it is fit and proper that as a body we should celebrate their achievement. It is marked by the granting of a degree or diploma or license or certificate, and we rejoice with you, our graduates, on your advancement.
Chancellor Eileen also thanked the families of the graduating class 2016 for being supportive of their goals.
Let me thank your relatives and loved ones for the help they provided, often at great personal cost, as by their support, they are also supporting the institution and demonstrating their faith in the power of education to make a better life for Caribbean citizens. And I hope that you are pleased with the investment you have made in these young people.
Honorary Doctor of Science Dr. Sir Prince Ramsey delivered the official graduating address. Recognition was also given to the class valedictorian, Miss Ronnie Alexis out of St. Lucia, who graduated with first-class honors, earning a bachelor degree in education, early childhood development and family studies. The Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College Choral Ensemble presented the musical presentation. The graduates hailed from Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, Bahamas, Barbados, Belize, British Virgin Islands, Cayman Islands, Dominica, Grenada, Jamaica, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Turks and Caicos, and Trinidad and Tobago. Overall, a total of 698 students, 593 undergraduates, and 105 postgraduates graduated, with 15 students from St. Kitts and Nevis included. Coming up, Hurricane Matthew death toll near 900 in Haiti. Stay tuned. The number of people killed from Hurricane Matthew climbs towards 900, with disease and lack of emergency supplies adding to the devastation. Julie Nossi has more on that story.
The number of people killed in the wake of Hurricane Matthew in Haiti is nearing 900, with tens of thousands left homeless. Here, supplies are delivered to about 700 evacuees at a shelter in Les Cayets. The mayor of the region says they're doing their best to help. They are our brothers and sisters. We have to help them, she said. We're trying to get them out of these conditions. Adding to the devastation are threats of cholera due to the mixing of floodwater and sewage. 7 people have died so far in at least one town, with another 17 cases of the disease being investigated. Haitian ambassador to the U.S., Paul Altidore.
Yes, cholera and other health issues might be on the rise. Again, a number of measures were discussed and taken to ensure that the numbers remain low.
More than 9,000 people have died since an outbreak of cholera after the 2010 earthquake, with some 790,000 people infected.
More updates on Hurricane Matthew indicate that the storm has left 4 persons dead in Florida after torrential rains and heavy winds battered the U.S. state this week. Here's more.
The weakening Hurricane Matthew continued to rake the Atlantic coast on Saturday, hitting Georgia and South Carolina after leaving Florida, flattening trees, flooding streets, and leaving thousands of people without electric power. The storm was blamed for at least 4 deaths in Florida, including an elderly couple who died from carbon monoxide fumes while running a generator in their garage, and 2 women who were killed when trees fell on their home. It also tragically killed over 300 people in Haiti. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and Wilmington, North Carolina are bracing for the effects of the storm later today. Hurricane Matthew is expected to head back out to sea and then loop back around toward the Bahamas.
Up next in sports, CFU cancels Haiti versus SKN October match, and Andy Murray beats David Ferreira to reach China Open final. Stay tuned.
Can you afford to lose everything? In times of uncertainty, ensure you have the security of Quartz Payment Protection. When you shop with Quartz Ready Finance Gold or Ultimate Plan, if you lose your job after 6 months of making payments, our redundancy coverage ensures that the payment on your account continues for up to 12 months. Don't risk losing everything. Shop with Quartz Ready Finance and get the payment protection plan that protects you against redundancy, disability, death, and loss of item due to natural disaster. disaster, fire, flood, or theft. Quartz Ready Finance with payment protection. Quartz, bringing value home.
The much-anticipated third-round CFU tournament football match between Haiti and St. Kitts and Nevis, scheduled for the 11th of October, has been officially cancelled. That is according to a press release issued by the St. Kitts and Nevis Football Association on Saturday. The match was scheduled for Tuesday at the Warner Park Football Stadium. According to the press release, the now Category 2 Hurricane Matthew is in part responsible for the cancellation. The release also indicates that the Caribbean Football Union General Secretary Neil Cochrane officially informed the St. Kitts and Nevis Football Association, SKNFA, and the Haitian Football Federation of the cancellation. Match officials have also been directly informed. CFU also cites flight problems as a cause for cancellation. According to the SKNFA, the letter received from the CFU states this second consecutive postponement of matches in Group 2 is caused by flight cancellations, which makes it impossible for the Haitian delegation to depart Port-au-Prince, Haiti to St. Kitts in a timely manner. Additionally, the international players must return to their professional obligations on time. CFU has also indicated that a new date will be determined shortly and the respective associations will be informed. Many commercial flights into and out of Haiti have been cancelled, and all airline operations near the path of Hurricane Matthew have been suspended in the United States. The inaugural Cyborg Olympics are set to get underway in Zurich later on Saturday. Officially known as the Cybathlon, the event aims to raise awareness of the obstacles faced by people with disabilities. 59 teams in total are taking part from across the globe, with 74 competitors overall. Al Jazeera's Lee Wellings reports from Zurich.
Bringing a new meaning to the term mind games. Using the power of thought to overcome obstacles, this is one of the events in the inaugural Cybathlon. New ground is being explored and conquered by scientists using sporting challenge and competition to improve lives.
Okay, let's go there.
I visited Imperial College in London to see how one of the teams is preparing. Think of them as like a Formula One team with drivers and skilled support staff. Here one of the drivers, Paul, has raised the benefits of a shoulder strap.
Got core stability to keep yourself in the chair, so when you go down and stop, such as the stairs there, it'll throw me forward. So the majority of me would be holding myself back. With shoulders, then you're confident that the chair's not going to go.
So this is a classic example. So when engineers that are able-bodied design this, no one thinks that you have to push your upper body up with the arm. You just pull yourself up. But that's a challenge. And so this is where you're seeing how this direct interaction that has happened from the start allows us to improve these technologies.
Wheelchair competitors Paul and Siva will be teammates and up against each other in Zurich. Paul in these lever control models, and on the day, Siva will be using a model controlled by his eyes only. How does that work?
Well, we look where you're going. Essentially, that's it. You just need to look where you want to go, and the wheelchair will move to that direction.
They refer to these machines as moon buggies.
There you go. Keep going, keep going.
Of course, the team will be a lot smoother over the ramps in Zurich than I was.
The receivers on there.
And meeting this team is an education in technological advances. Kevin competes in the powered limb event, using electro impulses from existing muscle to work his robotic arm and grip objects.
Normally I would have gone left-handed, but no, I'm confident. That's what this does, it gives you confidence that it will do what you want it to do.
The Paralympics is elite sporting competition for athletes with disability. This Cybathlon ultimately is about the connection between humans and the machines that assist them. Better technology, better devices, better lives. Lee Wellings, Al Jazeera, Zurich.
World number 2 Andy Murray cruised into the final of the China Open after a 6-4-2, 6-4-3 victory over Spain's David Ferreira in Beijing. Murray, 29, secured a victory over 5th seed Ferreira in 1 hour and 30 minutes. The British number 1 seed was dominant throughout and will face Bulgaria's Grigor Dimitrov in Sunday's final. Earlier, British #1 Joanna Konta reached the women's final and broke into the world top 10. Murray has reached 9 finals in 2016, but this is the first time he has made it through to China Open final. When we come back, we'll have another look at the stories that made the headlines. Recapping tonight's top stories, 4th case of Zika virus confirmed in the Federation, UWI Open Campus hosts ceremony for presentation of graduates 2016, and the PS in Ministry of Education pays courtesy visit to Nevis. And that's the end of the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. Thank you for joining us. I am Shaira Flanders. Have a good one.